If you've been here for more than a minute, you've likely heard me talk about the avoidance problem when it comes to money. And while most everyone, at least that I attract to this work, fit into that category in some way before they move through cosmic currency. And if that's the case, it's likely because you are paying attention, but your attention is going to the awareness step and stopping there. So what we're going to get into in this episode is maybe the more obvious topic of why awareness alone doesn't create change, but we're also going to take it a level deeper when it comes specifically to your money stuff, of why it might actually be keeping you from the change you want to create with your money story. Now, first, let me tell you, I have seen what I am about to talk about so many times with so many people. My background before pivoting to support in the way that I do now is that I was a tax preparer for the alternative community of healers, body workers, creatives, people in one way or another in self-development. And so, while everyone is unique as a snowflake, there are some things that I can say, kind of general broad strokes of how these people were with their money, especially when they finally came to me to do their taxes. And that's that one, they didn't have the best relationship with money in terms of structure, success. A lot of them were like in the flow, pay what you can, by donation. Some of them not even legit on the books, right? But what they did put a lot of time into is their quote unquote healing, which often looked like, psychedelics, ceremonies, various healing modalities. And so when it came to the problems that they had with their money, oftentimes most of the energy, effort that they had expended to try and solve said problem was around the awareness they had cultivated of their wounds, of the patterns that were playing out, of their relationship to scarcity, and through whatever their healing modality of choice was, they were in kind of an endless pursuit to peel back the layers of the onion of understanding the problem. So you can see where I'm going with this, right? On the one hand, awareness is the first step to creating change. Today, the day that this episode is airing, is day one of the Summer Cosmic Money Reset Challenge. And if you're in there, you heard me talking about this today too. Or if you didn't, it's waiting for you in your day one video. If you didn't get in for this one, enrollment is closed. You can catch us for the next one in autumn. Awareness is the starting point. You can't actually change without your patterns continuing to sabotage you, without looking at them, naming them, claiming them, and carrying them forward as the, act one of your money story unfolding, right? You can't outrun them. You have to integrate and transcend and include, AKA evolve them. Okay, that's facts. And the point that I'm making here is that if you stay there, which it can seem through, the feelings that come with catharsis, to feel like you're making progress when actually you're not. And I'm sorry, not sorry if that is a harsh call out. I say it because I care, because I don't want you to be stuck and trapped in the scarcity and stress cycles that suck for you. Because the other thing that I've seen is what actually gets someone through and out the other side. Like what actually makes it possible to shift your money story, to transform your relationship with money, to start to trust yourself with it, and be able to make the kind of money moves that bring real success and get you closer to funding your goals and your dreams. And it's not some mysterious thing. It's actually quite simple. You need to take action. You have to actually start acting differently with your money. You have to show yourself through corrective experiences that it's safe to do so. And you have to show yourself that you've got yourself when it comes to money, that you're not going to shy away, that you're not going to continue avoiding it, and that you're going to commit to tending it like a relationship, because that's what it is. And the cosmic money reset is a testament to this. You can have such profound cathartic shifts of glimpsing the potential that is possible and available to you, the capacity that is within you to be able to have the kind of relationship with it that you want. You can interrupt the pattern and show yourself that in something like my 5-day challenge. But unless you actually commit to a practice, to beating the drum of creating the kind of consistency that normalizes that new way over the otherwise hard wiring of the old way, it's just going to be that. It's going to be a memory. It's going to be a cathartic experience, like a medicine journey sometimes is, when you don't also do the integration and take the steps to actually start showing up differently in your life. And that's why one thing I always say about shifting your relationship with money is that it is not easy, but it is simple. The avoidance, the mind games that we play with ourselves when we're actually in avoidance of what we need to do relative to the thing, when we are justifying the endless healing loops and get stuck on the affirmations and the mantra and like anything other than actually doing and showing up differently and learning and educating yourself, learning what you never learned. But beyond that, practicing it, continuing to show up until it does feel easy, until it becomes the path of least resistance. At first, when you're interrupting the patterning that has been hardwired in you, it feels hard. But the things that you're doing, the things that you need to do, are simple. And, of course, if you haven't experienced this with your money, you've experienced it in other ways where once you finally do the thing, the resistance, the avoidance, the burden and the heaviness and the backlog and whatever else comes from that is like so much worse. It's such a bigger pile than the thing that you're avoiding, right? That ends up being quite simple. If you feel called out by this episode, if I am talking to you, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, when we talk about this, it's almost like talking to our addiction, right? We get addicted to our patterns, to our avoidance cycles, to whatever it is that we've put in place of and in the way of what we know we actually need to do, or what we have some sense that we need to do. If you know that you could use some support, some accountability, some education, and ultimately somebody to mirror a simplification of the path forward for you, if you know that there's no way you're going to get down with it if it's like the boring finance realm that has been popularized, if you know that you need to find a magical way with money that aligns with your approach to everything else, that feels like an extension of you, your energy, your design, how you're designed to operate. Hi, Lauren Poppins Ray here, creator of Cosmic Currency, where we do exactly that. To commit to doubling down, to do the work, to get over the hard hump, to ultimately make it easy and simple to show up for your money in the way that you've never been able to before. I have a priority list you can get on where you will find out about these seats opening before I open them to the general public. If this has piqued your interest, head over to cosmicbee.link/currency. Get your name on the list to find out when the doors open, get all the details to look through before everybody else gets them, and, decide that you're just going to do the dang thing. Because having a good relationship with money makes everything else flow better.